Quilted History. We owe so much to you who are determined to live, to you who sewed your friends' names into quilted history, forged fabric from their favorite dress, who still went out dancing with the memory of him twirling, diamante flashing as he moved, a shooting star gone in a wink of an eye. I think of the way you sat at desks for hours, scrolling staccato stories of strangers' suspicions into logbooks. Your pen, a needle, threading the word worried through lined pages, of people who feared blood transfusions, of lovers forced into seclusion, of hoax calls from the disillusioned who dubbed you darling with venom and hung up. My fingers brush over the gentle indent your pen carved nearly 30 years ago. New Year's Eve, 1993. You'd written no calls, a happy new year to all. I smiled when I read that. This phone logbook turned diary with the growing infrequency of worry. I'm glad you celebrated the little victories in between writing your friends' eulogies. I think of you who are spat out from society like loose teeth, who cried so much for your chosen family you had no tears left to weep, who decided to rage against the dying of the light, and were battered with batons every time you tried to fight. You who were bruised by a God of grace. You who felt those books pelted at your face. We watched ghosts of the past slip silk-like into a show of love and death, sex treated like a sin. A young lad imprisoned in a place like Monsol rattles a locked hospital door. We listen as those clicks echo in sterile corridors. This story won TV awards. But when a chief constable snarled the word cesspit, there was truth behind the poignant script. Patients became prisoners, cursed artifacts, skin marked with blotches of black. And some of you were familiar with a different kind of needlework, had accidentally stitched something sinister into skin. It was, you say, a lucky setback. HIV hemmed the rough edges of a lifestyle that would have left you on the street. Others were never saved by it, but learned to live with medication embroidered into the fabric of their lives. The virus no longer meant saying premature goodbyes. At times, you felt like you'd lost a place at the table, wrenched like cloth by some invisible magician, but queer sedition had already paved a way. They who snipped through stigma and shame, so black and brown bodies could be woven back together the same. This quilted history is a rope thrown to those adrift in the sea. It leads them back to land and lets them live free. If you haven't already lit your candles, we'd now like to invite you to do that. So here we stand, candles threaded like gold sequins through our hands. Each flame glitters with diamante demands, fires that bear the souls at rest somewhere, waltzing in the peace and quiet and open air. This quilted history was never an ornament, but a gift of warmth, love made permanent.